Chemistry is cool, especially separating stuff. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of chemistry, where we get to play with different substances and see how they interact with each other. It's like being a wizard, but with science. Hey there, science fans. Bill Nye here, and boy, do we have a fun experiment for you today. We're going to explore the amazing process of separating mixtures. It's a fundamental concept in chemistry that helps us understand the properties of different substances. Ever wondered how scientists separate different things mixed together? It's not just about pouring stuff into beakers and hoping for the best. There's a lot of science and technique involved, and today, we're going to break it down for you. It's like magic, but with a scientific twist. Imagine being able to take a mixture and pull out each individual component. It's like having a superpower that lets you see the hidden secrets of the substances around you. Separating mixtures is super important in chemistry. It allows scientists to study each part of a mixture on its own, which can lead to amazing discoveries and innovations. From creating new medicines to developing better materials, the possibilities are endless. It lets us study each part of a mixture on its own. By isolating individual components, we can understand their unique properties and how they contribute to the whole. This knowledge is crucial for everything from environmental science to food chemistry. Think about it like this. You wouldn't put all your toys in one big pile, would you? Just like you sort your toys to find what you need, scientists sort mixtures to study each part separately. It's all about organization and understanding. You sort them so you can find what you need. In the lab, we use various techniques to separate mixtures such as filtration, distillation, and chromatography. Each method has its own unique way of isolating components, and today, we'll show you one of the coolest ones. Today, we're tackling a classic chemistry challenge, separating sand and camphor. This experiment will demonstrate the principles of sublimation and filtration, two key techniques in the chemist's toolkit. Don't worry, we'll explain everything in a way that's easy to understand, even if you're just starting your science journey. We'll walk you through each step so you can follow along and maybe even try it yourself at home or in your school lab. So, put on your safety goggles and let's get mixing. Separating. Safety is always our top priority, so make sure you're prepared and ready to have some fun with science. Let's dive into the world of chemistry and see what amazing things we can discover together. Okay, science crew, let's talk sand. You know that stuff you find at the beach? It's gritty, it gets everywhere, and it's about to become your new best friend in the lab. Sand is what scientists call a solid. That means it holds its shape and doesn't like to change. You can't easily squish it or make it take the shape of a container like you can with water. But here's the important part for our experiment. Sand doesn't dissolve in water. Try it yourself. Add some sand to a glass of water and stir. See, it just hangs out at the bottom, being all stubborn and sand-like. Now let's meet our other contender, camphor. You might have smelled this one before. It has a really strong, almost medicinal smell. Some people keep it in their closets to keep moths away. Camphor is also a solid at room temperature, but here's where it gets really interesting. Camphor can do something called sublimation. That's a big word, but it just means that it can go directly from a solid to a gas without becoming a liquid first. Pretty cool, huh? Think about ice melting into water. Camphor skips that step and goes straight from solid to gas. And that, my friends, is the key to our separation strategy. Alright, science sleuths, are you ready to separate some stuff? Today's mission, should you choose to accept it, is to separate a mixture of sand and camphor. Don't worry, it's not as hard as launching a rocket, though almost as cool. Remember, we're using the power of sublimation to our advantage. By heating our mixture, we'll turn the camphor into a gas, leaving the sand behind. It's like magic, but with more science. Before we start, let's gather our materials. Safety first, everyone. Section 5. Step 1. Gathering our materials. Safety first, scientists. Today, we embark on an exciting journey into the world of chemistry. But before we dive into our experiment, let's make sure we have everything we need and understand the importance of safety in the lab. Every good experiment starts with the right tools. Having the correct materials not only ensures the success of our experiment but also keeps us safe. Let's take a closer look at what we'll need to separate sand and camphor. Here's what you'll need to separate sand and camphor. First, let's gather our materials. A well-prepared scientist is a successful scientist. 1. Safety goggles, protect those peepers. Safety goggles are essential to shield your eyes from any potential splashes or debris. Always wear them when working with chemicals or heat. 2. A mixture of sand and camphor. Ask your teacher for some. This mixture is what we'll be working with today. It's important to handle it carefully and follow instructions. 3. A Bunsen burner. Our source of heat. The Bunsen burner will provide the necessary heat to separate the components of our mixture. Always light it with caution and never leave it unattended. 4. A tripod stand. To hold our equipment, the tripod stand will support our apparatus, keeping it stable and secure during the experiment. 5. A wire gauze. To distribute heat evenly. Placing the wire gauze on the tripod stand ensures that the heat from the Bunsen burner is evenly distributed, preventing any hot spots. 6. An evaporating dish. To hold our mixture. The evaporating dish will contain our sand and camphor mixture as we apply heat. It's designed to withstand high temperatures. 7. A funnel. For pouring. The funnel will help us transfer liquids without spilling, making our experiment cleaner and more efficient. 8. Filter paper. To catch the sand. The filter paper will separate the sand from the camphor when we pour the mixture through the funnel. 9. A beaker. To collect the filtrate. The beaker will collect the liquid that passes through the filter paper, allowing us to observe the separation process. 10. A heat-resistant mat. Safety first. The heat-resistant mat will protect our work surface from the high temperatures of the Bunsen burner and evaporating dish. Remember, always ask an adult for help when using a Bunsen burner. It's crucial to have supervision to ensure safety and proper handling of equipment. Science is fun, but safety is even more important. By following these guidelines and using the right materials, we can enjoy our experiments while staying safe. Let's get started and make some discoveries. Section 6, Step 2, Introducing the mighty funnel and filter paper. Now that we have our materials, let's set up our separation station. First, fold your filter paper in half, and then in half again, to make a cone shape. Carefully place the filter paper cone inside the funnel. Next, put your sand and camphor mixture into the evaporating dish. Make sure it's spread out evenly. Now place the funnel with the filter paper over the beaker. This will catch the sand later on. Section 7, Step 3, Sublimation Station. Watch the camphor vanish. Here comes the exciting part. Carefully light your Bunsen burner, remembering to ask an adult for help if you need it. Adjust the flame until it's blue. That's the hottest part. Place the evaporating dish with the sand and camphor mixture onto the wire gauze on the tripod stand. Now, slowly heat the mixture, being careful not to touch the hot evaporating dish. Watch closely. The camphor will start to sublimate, disappearing right before your eyes. The sand, however, will stay put. Section 8, Step 4, Ta-da! Sand all alone and ready to party. Keep heating the mixture until all the camphor has sublimated. You'll know it's done when you only see sand left in the evaporating dish. Let the dish cool down completely before touching it. Once it's cool, carefully remove the funnel and filter paper. Look inside the beaker. You should see some white crystals. That's the camphor that turned into a gas and then back into a solid. It's like a magic trick, but with science. And there you have it. You've successfully separated sand and camphor using the amazing power of sublimation. Section 9. Mistakes happen, but we can learn from them. In the world of science, errors are not just inevitable, they are essential. They pave the way for discovery and innovation. Even the best scientists make mistakes sometimes. It's a natural part of the learning process. When things go wrong, it gives us a chance to understand the limitations of our methods and improve them. That's how we learn and get better. Each mistake is a stepping stone towards success. By analyzing what went wrong, we can refine our techniques and achieve more accurate results. Here are a few common mistakes to avoid when separating sand and camphor. This process, while seemingly simple, requires careful attention to detail to ensure safety and accuracy. 1. Heating the mixture too quickly. Rapid heating can lead to unexpected reactions and can compromise the integrity of your experiment. This can cause the camphor to splatter or even ignite. Such incidents not only disrupt the experiment but can also pose serious safety hazards. Always heat slowly and carefully. Gradual heating allows for better control and reduces the risk of accidents. 2. Not using a fume hood. Fume hoods are designed to protect you from harmful vapors and ensure a safe working environment. Camphor fumes can be strong and irritating. Prolonged exposure can lead to discomfort and health issues. If possible, do this experiment in a well-ventilated area or under a fume hood. This will help to minimize your exposure to harmful fumes and keep the air clean. 3. Touching the hot evaporating dish. Hot equipment can cause severe burns and injuries if not handled properly. Ouch! Always use heat-resistant gloves or tongs to handle hot equipment. This simple precaution can prevent painful accidents and ensure your safety. Remember, science is all about trial and error. Each experiment, whether successful or not, adds to our understanding and knowledge. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, just be sure to learn from them. Embrace each error as an opportunity to grow and improve. In the end, it's the lessons we learn from our mistakes that lead us to success. Section 10. Separating mixtures. It's not just for chemists. Separating mixtures isn't just something you do in a chemistry lab, it's something we do every day. Think about it, making coffee. You separate the coffee grounds from the water using a filter. Doing laundry, the washing machine separates the dirt from your clothes. Recycling, we separate different types of materials so they can be reused. See? Chemistry is everywhere. Section 11. Keep experimenting. The world of science awaits. Congratulations, science superstars. You've mastered the art of separating sand and camphor. But don't stop there. The world of science is full of amazing discoveries just waiting to be made. Keep asking questions, keep experimenting, and keep exploring the world around you. Who knows what incredible things you'll discover? Stay curious, my friends.